Hey guys, today I've got a Kenmore washer and electric dryer set, and right now I've got this one hooked up. We've got it set to a large load. I just set it on regular. There are tons of different options here. You could go real light for your delicates. So what that's gonna do is just give you kind of a lighter agitation from your agitator post. Now this machine spins like an HE machine, does a really good job, nice fast spin, extracting the water out of the clothes. However, you can still set the water level. So you'll see here in a minute, you get full submersion on the water level, which is excellent. Paired with the agitator, get really clean clothes. And then when they extract the water out with the high-speed spin cycle, it's gonna cut your drying time in half. So excellent machine for being efficient and getting the clothes really clean. So now typically this lid would be locked here. I've got a little lid locking bypass mechanism. It's just another one of these lid locks without the screws in it. I pop in there. That way you guys can see what's going on here as it moves through its cycle. Otherwise I just remove that and put this down and it would be locked. Nice safety feature there. But I'm gonna show you as it moves on from sensing to washing, that drains the water out, moves over into the rinse cycle. Then once that's all done, we'll be on to the final spin cycle, which I'll show you is nice, smooth, quiet, super fast. Then when it's all done, we'll take those clothes out and we'll move them over to the dryer, and I'll show you that the dryer's working perfectly. So we'll let that go ahead and fill up and we'll come back for the agitation. Okay, we moved over to the wash status. Lid's locked. You see full submersion on the clothes. It's getting started, doing an excellent job. Vortexing those clothes down. And as you can see, it went from a pulse agitation now to a long agitation. It'll kind of mix it up as it does that. Yeah, you can see it's doing an excellent job washing. So I'll let it go ahead and move on to the rinse cycle and show you in between there that it drains the water out like it's supposed to. And we'll be on to the final spin cycle. All right, and here we have the drain going now. You can hear it draining that water out nice and fast. It's gonna drain all the water out before it starts to spin, extracting the soapy water. It's gonna fill back up with clean, fresh water for the rinse cycle. And once it drains that out, we'll be on to the final spin. All right, and we are on to the final spin. See, it's spinning super fast. Nice, quiet, smooth spin cycle. So I'll go ahead and let that finish up. Move those over to the dryer. All right, we've got this one all cleaned out. I removed my little lid locking mechanism. So this washer is good to go. We've got those clothes moved over to the dryer. We've got them piled up in there. Huge capacity on the dryer. The washer, we would call that about super capacity plus. Super capacity would be standard, somewhere around the 3.5 cubic feet. This is probably more of a 4.0 or 4.2 cubic feet with the plus rating. It's pretty deep. You've got the agitator in here. Can hold a pretty good size load. That is a pretty good size load right there, and it looks small in there. So just to kind of give you a frame of reference, that'd be a whole basket of towels right there. So we'll close that up. I'm gonna set this on time dry, which is your high heat. Set the heat to high. And we've got our signal on off button. Tons of options. You can go air dry if you have something super delicate. You've got an auto dry. And then of course you can kind of set this however you need it. So I'm just gonna let it rip on full blast essentially. We're gonna go. And it would be a little bit quieter if the vent were hooked on the back. As a matter of fact, I've got a little vent I can hook up to it. I'm gonna give it a minute to warm up, and then I'm gonna show you that it is heating with my heat gun, but I'll also find the vent and stick on the back so you can get an idea exactly how loud it'll be. All right, it's been running for about 3 or 4 minutes. I put my muffler on the back. I'm gonna give you an idea with the vent hose hooked up on the back what it's gonna sound like. So we'll go ahead and open this up. So just right in between those 2 red dots is where it takes its surface temperature measurement. 64 degrees on the dryer. It's even colder on the concrete floor. So we'll go ahead and open this up. See, it's all tumbling. Right inside that heating element tube over here is where the heat's coming out. And you can see plenty of heat coming out of that tube there. And that in turn heats the inside of your dryer up anywhere from 95 up to 195, just depends on you know, how long it's been running, what you have your heat setting on. So the air comes in through here, hot circulars, goes through there and out the back, and the lint trap is right on top here. And that's what catches the lint as the air circulates through. So that's kind of how that works. And that's it. So I'm gonna let that finish up. Go ahead and get these listed up for sale. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, and you guys have a great day.